Night has fallen over your home, and everything around you becomes quieter. But inside the valley of your thoughts, a different kind of noise begins to rise. The shadows stretch across the room, whispering fears you never asked for. There are battles you cannot see, enemies you cannot name, and pressures you did not choose. Yet even here, in this still, trembling darkness, God steps closer to you. He sees your valley, your tears, your silent worries. And tonight, He fights for you. Because in the deep quiet of the night, fears tend to grow. They magnify themselves, pretending to be bigger than God, louder than truth, stronger than peace. But Psalm 27 declares a different reality over you. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? God does not wait for daylight to rescue you. He enters your night. He walks into the valley where shadows gather. And where He walks, darkness loses its voice. You may feel surrounded by stress, by uncertainty, by spiritual attacks. You may feel pressed by enemies you cannot see. But tonight, God becomes your shield, your fortress, your unshakable shelter. No attack will stand, no weapon will prosper, no fear will dominate, because the shepherd of your soul watches over your bed. He stands at the doorway of your house. He places His hand over your heart and commands peace to fill you. As you listen tonight, stay until the end, because God has a word for you, a word of victory for your morning, a word of covering for your night, and a promise that the battles you cannot see are already being fought and won by the one who never sleeps. Before we begin this prayer journey, subscribe to receive God's protection every night. Now, breathe deeply. Let your heart slow down. God is entering your valley tonight. Tonight, the valley around you grows quiet, but it is not empty. There are worries hiding behind the shadows, waiting for you to close your eyes. There are thoughts trying to rise like enemies, hoping to shake your peace. But before any darkness can move, God steps into your valley. His presence fills the night like a soft golden fire. Every shadow recognizes the sound of His footsteps. The battle begins, but you are not alone. There are spiritual battles that do not announce themselves. You do not hear the beginning, but you feel the pressure. A heaviness in the heart, a fear rising from nowhere, a whisper of confusion trying to distract your soul. But God sees every silent attack forming in the dark, and before it can reach you, His shield rises over your spirit. He stands between you and everything sent to unsettle your night. The valley is real, the fears, the thoughts, the invisible opposition. But God is more real than everything trying to intimidate you. He walks through the shadows like a warrior entering enemy ground. The darkness tries to hide, but it cannot withstand His presence. You may not see it, but the enemy trembles when God appears. Your worries begin to lose their voice. Your night begins to change. God knows the battles that rise when the world grows quiet. The battles of the mind, the heart, the past, the unknown future. The fear that appears when the room gets dark. The enemy that tries to whisper lies into your thoughts. But tonight, God places His hand over your valley. He declares that fear will not reign here. His light becomes your protection. The spiritual realm shifts as God enters your night. Angels take position around you, forming a circle of divine defense. What was rising against you begins to fall back. What planned to disturb your rest starts to dissolve. The shepherd walks ahead of you, clearing the path. The warrior stands beside you, ready to strike, and the Father watches lovingly over your heart. Every hidden enemy that tried to follow you into the night must now face the one who fights for you. They cannot touch you. They cannot cross the line God draws. He places His authority like a wall of fire around your home. Fear tries to speak, but loses its breath. Darkness tries to linger, but loses its grip. God is here, and everything changes. Maybe your heart carried weights into this night. Financial worries, family concerns, silent tears, private battles. But as God steps into your valley, those weights begin to lift. His presence brings a warmth that pushes back the cold of fear. His voice calms the trembling places inside you. He speaks peace into the storm of your thoughts. He begins the battle so you don't have to fight alone. The enemy hoped you would fall asleep unprotected, but God arrived before the first arrow could fly. He saw the traps being prepared in the shadows. He saw the attacks forming in hidden places. And he came with power to dismantle every plan. The valley belongs to him now. Your night is under his command. Fear thought it had access to your mind tonight. But when God enters, fear loses permission. When God walks in, intimidation fades. When God speaks, the enemy's whispers fall silent. He covers you with a peace that confronts the darkness. He lifts your head so you can breathe again. He reminds you that he is the light in your valley. You don't need to understand every battle. Some are not meant for your hands, but for God's. Some enemies are not meant for your strength, but for his. And tonight, he takes his place as your warrior. He confronts what you cannot see. He defeats what you cannot fight. He protects you while you rest. The valley may still look dark, but darkness is now trembling because God stands in it. Your enemies may still exist, but they are powerless in the presence of your defender. This night will not be stolen from you. Your peace will not be interrupted. God fights for you because you belong to him, and now the battle begins in the unseen realm. But do not fear, the outcome has already shifted. For when God enters the valley, victory follows him. He stands guard over your bed, your thoughts, your dreams. No enemy can cross the boundary of his protection. The night is covered, your heart is safe. God is fighting for you right now. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? These words enter your night like a holy fire. Fear loses its foundation in the face of this truth. God becomes the light that breaks every hidden attack. He becomes the salvation that shields you from the unseen. Darkness cannot rule where his light has entered. Your valley begins to glow with hope. The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? A stronghold is not a weak shelter. It is a fortress built to withstand storms, attacks, and enemies. Tonight, God becomes your fortress. He surrounds your spirit with walls no arrow can break. He stands between you and every fear rising against you. You are held inside his unshakable protection. When the wicked advance against me to devour me, it is my enemies and my foes who stumble and fall. God reveals that the attacks you feared are already losing strength in his presence. What was sent to harm you collapses at his feet. Your enemies stumble in confusion. Heaven overturns every dark plan. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Even if the opposition looks overwhelming, even if circumstances surround you like a hostile force, God commands courage into your heart. Your heart will not fall apart tonight. Your spirit will not bow to fear. God stands taller than every army. Though war break out against me, even then I will be confident. God gives you confidence not based on your strength, but based on his presence in your valley. Even in invisible spiritual warfare, even in battles you cannot see with earthly eyes, you are protected, covered, and surrounded. Your confidence rises because God is near. One thing I ask from the Lord, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. Even in the middle of warfare, God invites your heart to dwell in peace. His presence becomes your home. Your soul finds a resting place that fear cannot enter. You are sheltered in the house of the Almighty. To gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. This verse brings your heart back to peace. In the middle of attacks and battles, God calls you to look at him, not the enemy. His beauty restores calm to your thoughts. His presence aligns your spirit with heaven. Your soul rises above the shadows of the night, for in the day of trouble, he will keep me safe in his dwelling. This promise becomes your covering tonight. Trouble may come, but it cannot enter God's dwelling. Fear may knock, but it cannot cross his threshold. His house becomes your shield, your hiding place. Even danger cannot reach where God hides you. You are safe under his roof. He will hide me in the shelter of his sacred tent and set me high upon a rock. God lifts you above the reach of your enemies. He removes you from the line of attack. He places your spirit in a higher place where you can breathe, rest, and be strengthened. The enemy cannot climb where God sets you. Then my head will be exalted above the enemies who surround me. You will not stay surrounded forever. God raises you above every fear, every lie, every intimidation. Your spirit rises into victory even before morning comes. Enemies lose their ability to corner you. Your head lifts because God upholds you. You are already being moved into triumph. I will sing and make music to the Lord. Worship becomes your victory language. Worship shifts the atmosphere of your home. Worship invites heaven to sit over your night. As you praise, darkness weakens. As you exalt God, your enemies fall silent. Worship becomes your spiritual weapon. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. This final verse settles over your spirit like warm oil. Strength enters you where fear once lived. Peace replaces the pressure inside your chest. God calls you to trust him with this night. He is already working in the unseen realm, and victory is already moving toward you. The moment God's word is spoken, heaven begins to move. Angels rise like flames in the unseen realm, positioning themselves around your home and your bed. Every dark force that tried to enter your night now sees the brightness of God's army approaching. The atmosphere shifts and the enemy trembles. Heaven has entered your battle. You may not hear swords clashing or winds shaking the night, but a war is unfolding beyond your senses. The darkness that followed you begins to retreat. Angels lift their shields, forming a wall of light. Every arrow of fear, every whisper of the enemy hits the shield of heaven and dissolves like smoke. God's warriors take control of the valley. The attacks that rose against your mind are being dismantled. Every spirit of intimidation is being silenced. God commands confusion into the camp of your enemies. What tried to rise against you collapses under his authority. The enemy loses direction, loses strength, loses strategy. Heaven is overturning every plan made in the shadows. God is fighting for you on every side. An angel stands at your doorway like a pillar of fire. Nothing unclean can cross that threshold. Nothing dark can enter your home without facing holy resistance. God has sent his armies to guard your sleep. Your home is no longer just a home. It becomes a battlefield where heaven wins. The enemy is forced to stand down. In the unseen realm, a tremor spreads across the valley. It is the sound of the Lord rising as your defender. Every dark presence bows when he appears. Every hidden enemy collapses before his feet. Angels stand in awe as God takes command. His voice shakes the foundations of darkness. The battle turns instantly in your favor. What once felt heavy on your chest is lifted by the hand of the Almighty. The anxiety, the spiritual pressure, the invisible weight, God breaks it with a single command. Chains fall in places you cannot see. Barriers shift in the spirit. Your night is being cleansed by divine power. The enemy hoped to reach you while you were weak and tired. But God intercepted every plan before it touched you. He blocked the arrows aimed at your peace. He shattered the weapons formed against your rest. He confused the enemies that surrounded your valley. They cannot find you anymore. You are hidden under his wings. Heaven now surrounds you with layers of protection. Angels stand on the roof of your home, in the corners of your room, at the foot of your bed, and on every side of your spirit. You are not sleeping alone tonight. Heaven is on guard. In the unseen realm, God lifts his hand against your enemies. They scatter in every direction, powerless to resist him. He breaks curses, cancels attacks, destroys dark intentions. He cuts off every voice that rose to torment your night. He places you in the center of his light. The darkness cannot return. God's authority covers you completely. The air itself becomes different around you. What was once heavy is now soft and calm. What was once tense is now filled with peace. You can feel the atmosphere shifting, not because you fought, but because God stepped in. Heaven has claimed your night. Even now, angels patrol the borders of your mind. They push back fear, silence, torment, and guard the delicate places of your heart. Your dreams are protected, your thoughts are shielded, your spirit is surrounded. The warfare is real, but so is your victory. Tonight, heaven has fought a battle you could not see, and heaven has won a victory you will feel by morning. Your enemies retreat into darkness with no power left. Your valley glows with the light of God's presence. The night bows to his authority. You are safe because he is fighting for you, and he is not finished yet. As the battle settles in the unseen realm, a holy calm enters your night. The air softens, the tension dissolves, and your spirit begins to breathe again. The presence of God wraps around you like warm light. Where fear once stood, peace now takes its place. Where pressure once lived, rest now settles in. God covers you with a gentleness that silences every storm. Your heart begins to rest beneath his wings. You are no longer facing the night alone. God himself draws near, closer than your thoughts, closer than your fears, closer than your next breath. His nearness becomes your comfort. His presence becomes your peace. He sits beside you in the quiet of the room. You are safe in the arms of the shepherd. God's covering is not thin or fragile. It is a shield built from his own faithfulness. A barrier darkness cannot cross. A warmth the enemy cannot extinguish. A presence no valley can overcome. He wraps your mind in quiet strength. He calms the places where fear tried to grow. Every thought that troubled you earlier now feels smaller in the light of God's peace. The noise inside your mind softens. The heaviness on your chest loosens. Your breathing becomes slower, deeper, steadier. God is restoring calm to your inner world. He is bringing order back to your spirit. The room around you becomes a sanctuary. The night becomes a blanket woven with divine rest. Every shadow loses its power. Every worry loses its urgency. God fills the atmosphere with his gentle presence. Light settles softly over you like a warm dawn. Peace becomes the language of the night. Your body begins to let go of tensions you didn't know you carried. Your muscles relax as God speaks rest over you. Your thoughts slow down, drifting toward quiet. Your heart feels held, supported, cared for. God covers you like a loving father tucking his child in. You are protected from every side. You are safe in his presence. God remains near, even in the silence. He watches over you with eyes that never close. He guards you with hands that never fail. His peace is not temporary. It is lasting, steady, holy, unbreakable. You are surrounded by divine comfort. Your night is held securely by his love. The shadows in the valley cannot trouble you now. They tremble at the edge of God's light. They have no voice, no access, no authority. For the Lord has placed his covering upon you, a covering stronger than fear, deeper than anxiety, and wider than every threat. You are resting inside the promise of Psalm 27. Though an army encamp around me, my heart will not fear. This peace is not imagined. God himself gives it to you. He pours stillness into your spirit. He plants quiet strength in your soul. He fills your thoughts with his presence. Your heart rests in total safety. Tonight, God takes every fear out of your hands and holds it in his own. He replaces it with assurance, with tenderness, with a peace that surpasses understanding. Your room becomes a place of divine stillness. Your night becomes a gift from heaven. Even your dreams fall under his protection. Nothing dark can enter the territory God surrounds. Nothing harmful can approach the place where he watches. Your mind is shielded, your emotions are covered, your spirit is embraced by his love. Peace flows like a quiet river. Rest settles like a gentle whisper. The war has ended and peace has taken over. God's presence now covers you like a safe shelter. No fear can rise, no enemy can return, no darkness can reclaim what God has touched. You are held, guarded, and wrapped in holy peace. You can finally let go, for God is watching over your night. As your eyes grow heavy, God begins a different kind of work. While your body rests, heaven stays awake. While your mind slows down, the Lord moves with gentle power. He touches the places in your heart that were wounded during the day. He restores what exhaustion tried to break. He speaks peace into the corners of your spirit. He works even as you sleep. You do not have to carry the weight of tomorrow. God has already stepped into it ahead of you. As you lie here, breathing slowly, He is arranging solutions you have not yet imagined. He is opening doors you have not yet seen. He's removing obstacles you didn't know were there. Heaven is preparing your morning even now. Sleep is not a moment of vulnerability. It is the moment God takes control. When your strength pauses, His strength increases. When your thoughts quiet, His wisdom moves freely. He protects the hours you cannot oversee. He guards you with a love that never grows tired. His presence keeps watch over your dreams. Tonight, God works inside your spirit. He loosens the knots of anxiety that tightened your chest. He removes the tension that pressed against your mind. He rewrites the thoughts that fear tried to plant. He restores your inner balance. He steadies your emotions with His peace. He heals you in ways you will only feel tomorrow. Heaven moves silently, gently, like soft light spreading across a dark room. No force is needed, only God's quiet authority. He organizes every detail around your life. He realigns what was broken. He strengthens what was weak. He softens what was hardened. You are being renewed while you sleep. Angels continue their watch around you. One stands near your bed, guarding your mind. Another stands at the window, protecting your peace. Others surround the home, forming an invisible fortress. Nothing harmful can cross their line. Nothing dark can approach their light. You sleep under heaven's protection. God also works in your future tonight. He removes people who were sent to drain you. He brings closer those who will bless you. He shifts relationships, opportunities, and paths to align with His purpose for your life. He prepares divine appointments and unexpected breakthroughs. He orchestrates your steps while you rest. He works in your heart, too. He softens the places that became rigid from pain. He waters the dreams you thought had died. He reawakens hope where disappointment lived. He rebuilds courage where fear once settled. He strengthens faith where doubt tried to grow. God restores your inner world as you sleep. Your breathing becomes slower, deeper. Your muscles loosen. Your thoughts quiet down. You are entering the rest God Himself designed for you. This is not ordinary sleep. This is holy rest, wrapped in the presence of the Almighty. Heaven works in silence, because silence is where your spirit can receive. Every second of rest becomes a second of healing. Every moment of sleep becomes a moment of restoration. Your night becomes a spiritual reset. Your heart becomes lighter. Your soul becomes calmer. Even the dreams you have tonight will be touched by God's peace. No nightmares, no torment, no intrusion of darkness. Only calm, gentle dreams shaped by His presence. Your mind is shielded from every attack. Your rest is guarded by angels. Your night belongs to the Lord. And as you sleep deeply, God finishes the work He began in the valley. He seals your home with peace. He seals your mind with rest. He seals your night with victory. Nothing can disturb you. Heaven is working for your good. As the first light of dawn approaches, God begins to unwrap the victories He prepared during the night. The darkness that once pressed against you has lifted completely. The weight on your chest is gone. The fear that tried to whisper has disappeared. A new morning rises, carrying God's promises with it. Your valley looks different now. because God walked through it before you woke. The morning light symbolizes more than a new day. It represents a spiritual shift. Wherever the enemy tried to invade, God has now established peace. Wherever you felt weak, God has planted new strength. The night has been defeated, and victory stands at your door. You rise into a day that has already been prepared for you. Every step was touched by God during your sleep. Every decision is now guided by His wisdom. Every challenge is already met with His strength. Today is not random. It is appointed, intentional, covered. God goes before you. The morning belongs to Him. Psalm 27 promised that God would lift your head above your enemies. This morning you feel that promise settling inside you. Confidence rises where fear once lived. Courage awakens where doubt tried to grow. Your spirit stands taller. Your heart feels lighter. You walk into the day with the authority of someone protected by heaven. The peace that covered your night now becomes the strength of your day. It follows you into every conversation. It guards you in every decision. It settles on you like warm light from above. This peace is a gift from God, a reminder that He was with you in the night and remains with you now in the morning. Your enemies may still exist, but they no longer have access to your mind or your heart. What once intimidated you now appears small. What once overwhelmed you now feels conquerable. Because God did not simply protect you, He transformed you. You woke up stronger than you were before. Every step you take today carries the evidence of God's victory. Doors will open that were once closed. Opportunities will appear where you saw none. Peace will follow you into places that once felt heavy. God has aligned your path with His favor. The morning is filled with divine appointments. You walk in purpose and protection. The same God who fought for you in the night now walks beside you in the daylight. His hand steadies your mind. His voice guides your thoughts. His presence goes with you into every moment. You are not stepping into the day alone. You are stepping in with the strength of heaven. The light of God surrounds you, illuminating choices, softening burdens, breaking confusion that tried to linger. Your spirit stays aligned with His peace. You sense His nearness as you breathe. You carry His victory into the world. Today is a day of restoration. What was stolen will be returned. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was delayed will be released. God has declared renewal over your life. You step into the morning under His blessing. Everything changes when God is the one leading you. This morning carries the evidence that your night was not wasted. Heaven worked. God covered you. The spiritual battle was won. And now you rise refreshed, renewed, rebuilt. You rise like someone who is deeply loved. The promise of Psalm 27 now becomes your reality. The Lord is my light and my salvation. He was your light in the darkness, and now He becomes your light for the day ahead. He turns your night into triumph. He turns your fear into strength. He turns your mourning into victory. Night has passed, and God has proven once again that you never walk through darkness alone. His presence covered your home. His angels surrounded your bed. His peace guarded your thoughts, and His victory moved into every corner of your night. Tonight, you witnessed what Psalm 27 truly means. God fights the battles you cannot see. He breaks the attacks you never realized were forming. He blocks the arrows you never saw coming. He steps into the valley before you even cry for help. He is your light in the darkness, your salvation in the night, your stronghold when fear rises. Now as you rest, may the peace of the Lord continue to settle over your heart. May His hand remain on your home. May His protection surround your dreams. May His angels stand guard from the night until the morning. And may your spirit sleep knowing that the God of Psalm 27 is watching over you. Before you close your eyes, declare this: the Lord is my light, I will not fear. Let this truth carry you into deep, safe, holy rest. And if tonight's prayer brought peace to your heart, I lovingly invite you. Subscribe so we can pray together every night. There is a place for you here, a safe, peaceful place where God speaks, heals, and protects. Sleep in God's presence. Sleep under His wings. Sleep knowing that He fights for you. Good night, and may the Lord bless your rest.